Today I want to share with you 9 ways to help reduce your stress levels. 9 ways that have been proven through research to be really beneficial to get us out of an intense stress response. Now, not all of them are going to work for you every single time, so you can pick and choose which one works for you best in that moment. My number 1 way to manage my stress that I use the most is through breathing. Every single breath that we have sends a signal to our brain about how we feel. And so as soon as we become stressed, our breathing will be stressed. Now, sometimes we can't change how we think or feel in that moment, but we can always change our breathing. So if you feel stressed, pay attention to your breath. Slow your breathing down. Ensure you breathe through the nose, not the mouth. And try and breathe in for a count of 5 and out for a count of 5. The optimal relaxing breath is around 6 breaths in a minute. Most of us breathe far more than that. So breathing in for a count of 5, out for a count of 5, all through the nose. The next tool that I like to use is moving. When we're stressed, essentially our body believes that we're in a life or death situation. It wants us to fight or flight. But of course, most of the time when we're stressed, we're not in a life or death situation. We're sat at our desk, or we're in a traffic jam, or we're arguing with our partner. Move as and when you can. So what your brain wants you to do really is to run away. So if you're someone who likes to exercise, go for a run, go to the gym. But even simply shaking your hands, stamping your feet, jumping up and down on the spot will help to release some of that physical stress. The next one's talk. So often we keep things bottled up and they grow bigger and bigger when we keep them inside of us. Tell someone what you're feeling. A trusted friend, family member, or even a therapist. When we talk about things, we tend to get a much better perspective on what's really going on with us. Cry. Many of us hold in our crying. Many of us prevent ourselves from crying, but crying has a really useful physiological response. So every time we stop ourselves from crying, we're pushing all of that energy back down and it stays in us. If someone wanted to be sick, you wouldn't tell them to not be sick. You know that once you're sick, you feel better. Crying has a really similar effect. If we allow ourselves to really cry things out, we will start to feel better. On the other hand, a good laugh is also really beneficial as well. What makes you belly laugh? It's sad to hear that adults laugh so much less than children, but laughing produces a wonderful hormone in our body called oxytocin. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel connected to other people. Give yourself a good belly laugh. Watch a silly video, your favorite film, your favorite comedian, and get laughing. What's in your diet? Now, we often think about food as our diet, but actually everything we consume is part of our diet. And one of the things that we know creates stress when we talk about what we consume is watching the news. Does watching the news make you feel worse about the world, worse about life, feel more stressed? If so, turn it off. I promise you, you will still know what's going on in the world. But you don't need to expose yourself to regular daily updates of the news if it's causing you a lot of pain and distress. Certainly, at the very least, avoid watching the news before bed. Please your senses. So a little bit of mindfulness can be really beneficial for managing our stress levels. Stress gets us stuck in our head. It takes us to the future of what might happen. Mindfulness keeps us very present and in the moment. And a great tool that I love to use for that is to do things that are really sensory. So smelling your favorite essential oil, lavender is really good for relaxing. Having a nice comfortable blanket around you that makes you feel safe and secure. Being able to look out of the window and stare at the birds or the trees. Focus on your senses and you will focus your brain on the present moment. Create. Do something creative. When we use our creative brain, our stress levels lower. What do you love to make? Whether it is music, whether it's painting, whether it's cooking, whether it's gardening, it doesn't matter. Do that thing that you can get lost in, absorbed in, and you will notice your stress levels start to drop. Hug. How simple is that? Research shows that when we hug someone for around 20 seconds, we produce that lovely hormone oxytocin. And oxytocin is a hormone that helps us bond and connect with other people, but it also lowers stress levels and it also makes us feel supported. There are loads of benefits to oxytocin. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like hugging a person, that's totally fine. You might be able to hug a pet, or you might even be able to just hug a pillow or yourself. Research shows that that still works for us to lower our stress levels. So give someone or something a hug today and watch your stress melt away. At Beam, we're passionate in helping you feel happier, feel healthier, feel more in control of your life. And as a result, we have a special members area on our website where we offer lots of extra free resources, videos, meditations, downloads that you can get access to completely free of charge to help support your own well-being. If you'd like to have a look at the link below here and sign up today.